Alright, today is Tuesday, February 7th of 2023. Earlier today I just had a video being uploaded. Also, tomorrow I'll have another video uploaded, which is it's kind of a dumb one, but... So this video will probably be out Thursday, I'm gonna say. We can give it a take. We can say Thursday, sure, yeah. Anyway, I just felt like doing a quick little rant video on kind of things that I've, learned. So... yeah, that's how this is gonna go today. Again. Anyway, some things I'm kind of learning. Let's see. I don't know. Apparently, Pfizer is making a new COVID variant so that, everybody can get locked down. We can all get depressed again. We can all get lonely, depressed, and susceptible to manipulation, which is exactly what the government wants, if you didn't know that. Sorry, I don't know if I've ever actually, said it that bluntly before, but that's the truth. Because keep in mind, COVID was not nearly as bad as they sought it out to be. Doctors, and not just doctors, I can't just say doctors, but you know what I'm saying. Hospitals were paid to put that the cause of death. If somebody had COVID in their system anytime prior to their death, they marked it as a COVID case. Seriously, you could die in a car accident, and if you had COVID in your system prior to your death, even if you didn't die from COVID, you obviously, let's say you fucking got killed in a car accident or something, but you had COVID in your system before, they'll mark it as another case. That's how the numbers got racked up so high. And did you know that there was actually a far less amount of people that died during the COVID year? Was that 2020? Just straight up 2020. Far less people died in 2020 than previous years, than before COVID. You wouldn't believe it, but it's true. You'd think that makes no sense, but the only reason that is because they want you to think that COVID is dangerous. They want you to think that it can kill you. It won't. The only reason it did kill so many people, the only reason it killed anybody, in fact, who it only killed, who do you think? Elders and infants, people who had shit immune systems, obviously are going to be susceptible to some kind of sickness or virus. I mean, that's kind of a given. There's no difference between the fucking COVID and the flu. It's the same goddamn thing. I don't know, I do know why they blew it out of proportion. They blew it out of proportion to scare everybody, keep everybody locked in their house, to be alone, and when you're alone and afraid, you're susceptible to being manipulated. That's literally just how it is. But yeah, so apparently they're making a new COVID variant, and how do you think that's gonna go? They're gonna try to keep everybody locked in again. I'm not gonna follow through. I don't really give a fuck. It's not my issue. I never did last time. I always got yelled at by the fucking teachers. Put your mask on. Put your mask on. Okay, so what? Do you really think it's gonna protect you from if a virus was that fucking deadly, do you really think? Do you actually genuinely believe that wearing a fucking covering over your goddamn face is gonna save you? No, it won't. I know people are gonna say, oh, but my grandma died of COVID. Yeah, she died of a virus. Maybe because, what? How old was she? She was your fucking grandma. What do you expect? I mean, I'm not trying to necessarily be rude, but what do you think? It's a given, yeah. I mean, 70, 80, 90-year-old person is gonna obviously fucking die from having a fucking some kind of respiratory system virus. What do you expect? No. Now, on to the next thing, because I could go all day about that, but I'm not going to. Apparently, Balenciaga, okay, here, you know what, there was this, I don't know too much about it, but I heard about it, I saw a little bit about it, that's what I know. That's what I'll tell you, okay? There was some kind of show going on for an artist. I don't know what his name is. Apparently, he's gender fluid and goes by they, them or something. I don't really care. Okay. And he had some kind of music show or some shit, right? And I don't know, just a lot of Satanist shit, right? It was sponsored. Can you guess who it was sponsored by? Yeah, Pfizer. It was sponsored by Pfizer. Me and you were not surprised. Unless you were. But I wasn't. In case you But in all seriousness, you might be thinking, okay, yeah, so what? That's the same thing Lil Nas does. What? Worship fucking Satan? Do you know what Satanism is? That's the worship of oneself. That's being selfish. That's having an ego. That's a bad thing. The fuck? Having self-confidence is one thing. Worshipping fucking Satan and saying satanic things in, your music and showing satanic things in your music is a completely different story. Those are completely different things. I'm sure a lot of people know this, but the music industry is actually very corrupt. It is very evil. It is horrible. They actually make a lot of artists purposely make songs about drugs and heartbreak and shit just to literally just make... Okay, listen. Your diet, everything that you consume, it's not just the food that you eat, it's not just the fucking liquids that you drink, it's everything that you consume, right? The things that you watch, the things that you hear, the things that you see, that's your diet, alright? If your diet consists of music that always talks about heartbreak or suicide, how do you think you're gonna feel? You're always gonna feel sad, you're always gonna feel fucking depressed, right? Right? I'm glad we could come to a consensus on that. Thanks. Now, the things with that, like I was saying, music industries, they know this. Okay? If somebody really likes an artist's music, what are they gonna do? Manipulate the mass population into being depressed. Which makes them, again, more susceptible to being fucking manipulated and lied to. Especially when you're locked inside your house all day, you have nothing to do except for watch videos and listen to music. Or, better yet, watch a music video. How do you think that's going to end up for you? Now, in one of his songs, apparently, he said some about Balenciaga. I don't remember what the fucking line was. I don't care about the song. I don't care about the artist, okay? But he said something about Balenciaga. Now, if I was watching a video, they looked more into it. Balenciaga recently, or I don't know when it was. Don't quote me on that. But Balenciaga did some kind of shoot for, like, I don't know, for some shit, and there were kids involved holding teddy bears with BDSM outfits and shit on them, which is not okay. And then there's another picture in like an office setting, and then there's papers underneath like some books that say something, that say the names of a court case that have something to do about making child pornography legal. And then there's also on the books I was talking about that's covering it, there is a name of some kind of famous like artist, not like musical artist but literal artist, right, that made paintings or some shit of like a lot of really dark, demonic, satanic shit, right? The point I'm trying to get across here is a lot of big companies are out trying to manipulate you. They're actively trying, and it's so obvious. They support Satanism and child pornography, apparently. I don't know why. I mean, don't ask me. I have nothing to do with it. I'm just spreading the word, okay? That's all I'm saying. I have nothing to do with it. I personally think that's absolutely fucking disgusting, and it's not okay. Not just the child part, but, also the part with Satanism, because worship God, but, I mean, fuck. I don't know, I mean, I don't want to leave this on a bad note and just say the world is all fucked, we can't do anything about it, because it's not true. But just try to do everything you can to just be a good fucking person, you know what I mean? Worship God, and don't fall into the trap of watching porn, child porn especially. Jesus Christ. Anything like that, you know what I mean? Don't listen to the fucking music bullshit. Don't listen to big pharma companies trying to tell you take this fucking shot. There's also been, quick side note on that, there's also been a lot of reports of anybody that's gotten the vaccine, a lot of fucked up shit's been up with them. Not just that, just so happened to, happen to them, like unfortunate events or something. No, like something like they're just fucked up now, like mentally and physically, you know what I mean? So yeah, don't get the vaccine. This video is probably not even going to be able to be up on YouTube, but it'll at least be on Rumble. And if this video does get taken down on YouTube, then I'll let you guys know. So yeah, if it's on Rumble, then at least it's on Rumble, and I might just have to move to Rumble. For now, as long as my channel's up, it's on YouTube. So yeah, be good people.